Alright, I'll start recording the footage. I will...
Oh, what the?
Thanks, Doug.
That was a misclick.
Alright. You know, I remember this song being in Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Good times.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you may be wondering, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, why are we suddenly playing this? Because we kind of need something to do with just the four of us, to give it a moment.
Right.
Why not? That and James decided it'd be worth a look at the old classics once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, especially since, not for nothing, like, when we did some of these games a long while back, most especially Mario 64, we did the DS remake, and honestly, that whole playthrough's aged like milk.
Yeah, that is also.
So I'm feeling in the mood to go back to the classics, as if it were redone for this, the 3D All-Stars collection, which, I'll still say for what it's worth, wasn't a bad collection. A little overpriced, I'll agree, and the whole limited availability on the eShop was very fucking stupid. But, you know, it's not all too bad when considering that retail copies of the game were still pretty prevalent for, like, the next couple of years.
Yeah. Oh no, I still found a copy of this in Target. Like,
yeah, I did too. It's really funny. Like, I was really afraid that, like, when they said it was gone, it literally was gone for good. But then one day, during my birthday, actually, I was going to GameStop to pick up a couple games for myself, and one of them I found there was actually 3D All-Stars.
Whoa!
Oh, that's right, I keep forgetting that. Technically, because this is the Shindo version of Super Mario 64, it has this weird little Easter egg. When you press the ZR or ZL buttons, you just get a whole assortment of random Mario faces.
Yeah. Oh,
Can we stop? I can't feel anything.
I guess while we're doing this as well,
I cannot
Doug,
feel
have
anything.
you had a chance? Have you had a chance to try out 3D All Stars, Doug?
No.
Well then.
I could not care less about getting that collection, to be honest.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, dear. We're gonna do something about one of these.
Oh dear.
It's like, someone really likes this collection.
Goodbye, Mario.
It must be done. Because, yeah, no, I Super Mario 64, it's pretty much been there with me ever since my childhood. It's pretty much my de facto childhood game next to Luigi's Mansion and Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah, I get you.
So, naturally, I play this game a lot, especially when I'm really fucking bored and need something to do.
And I'm
Sorry, Mario, you have to go.
Ow!
And I will admit, having bear in mind, this came out like several months before the, N64, online whatever thingy came to the Nintendo Online membership, and stuff. So having this on the go, really nice.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm partially convinced that this whole collection was mostly made to test the waters of if that would the NSO stuff with, like, the N64 was even possible. And I mean, to its credit, Mario 64 is probably one of the cleaner games to be put on the 3D All-Stars port. Sure, yeah. It's not exactly in widescreen, but the UI on this, even today, is still surprisingly clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yes, welcome aboard to my playthroughs, the original Super Mario 64. I will be making this a full 120-star run, and this funny looking guy here on his cloud will pretty much be interviewing me all across this adventure we're having. Just because.
I did not agree to an interview for this.
Trust me, pal, it's gotta be a 24-hour interview.
For now, reporting live, this has been the Lakini Brothers.
Away.
Wait, this is televised? Oh, I feel nervous about this.
Try to advertise something like, how about spaghetti meatballs?
No, we can't do that just yet. I guess I will ask James real quick. Because I know that we did a playthrough of the original on DS, which I want to say... Oh.
No one's home. Now scram and don't come back. Gwahaha.
Oh. Well.
Sorry, I was put on the spot. I wasn't sure if I had to read that or not.
I get paid for every gwahaha I make, so I'll make the most of it.
They pay you by the gua. I am not doing that voice. I cannot do that right now.
And yeah, so all across these halls, the Toads and Princess Peach have been essentially encased inside magically encased inside the walls. And after you're done talking to a Toad, it just suddenly well, turns transparent, which I guess is a whole accord of Bowser's whole curse he's laid upon the castle.
Use the Force, Mario!
It's like I was gonna say their spirits are speaking to you.
Essentially.
I don't know how to feel about this.
So I guess as we head right off into the first world of Bob-omb Battlefield.
Where the big Bob-omb can be found on the summit.
Oh, okay. Right off the bat, because I forget which version the original the DS version we did a long while back used as a reference point. What are some of the major differences between vanilla Mario 64 and the Shinden release?
Okay, so as far as I'm aware, the Shinden release of Super Mario 64 mostly takes its cues from the international version of Mario 64, the one that we got. There's voice acting in the beginning and the end, and beyond that, I want to say a couple of, smaller glitches were mostly fixed. For the sake of the Shindo release, though, the only other major difference I can immediately think of right off the top of my head is that, unfortunately, this version of the game doesn't have the funny little clip from Mario where he goes off, "So long, Gay Bowser," whenever he tosses him across his arena.
Right, he just goes,
Bye-bye.
Or something like that, yeah.
Right, because in Japan, Bowser is not known as Bowser, he's known by his royal last name, Koopa.
Right, so that was a difference that they noted. Another thing I believe is that since this was a I guess almost like a 1.01 kind of build, so to speak. Some things have been patched out, including my beloved backwards long jump.
Yep. Unfortunately, whether it be the 3D All-Stars version or the actual Shindo release on the N64, the infamous, or more so famous, backwards long jump has been nerfed. So
Right.
you can't exactly use that to get to the end of the game early.
No speedruns like that.
Actually, hold on a second.
Oh.
These grasses are damp enough, thank you.
But yeah, I was just saying, like, now that, because of Logan's, like, distress over that, I just have this mental image of that one scene from X-Men the Animated Series where it's like Wolverine is looking longingly into a photo, and it's Logan looking longingly at a photo of someone doing the backwards long jump.
This is no close for comfort.
How's it personal?
I'm the Big Bob-omb, Lord of all blasting matter, King of kabooms the world over.
Yes?
It's very nice, but could you please step back about 5 feet?
How dare you stare my mouth? Okay, seriously, step back, young man. Anyway, you know the drill. Toss me off the cliff, and you will pay for it. Speaking of which,
I'll demonstrate.
Oh. Now, if you did this... Oh, he was actually very nice. That was...
I mean, it is against the rules to toss each other off the cliff. Most especially if I were to do it.
Oh, that's actually... If you do that, he gets mad. And he's got jumps.
I dare say, sir, you must fight with honor. It is against the royal rules to throw the king out of the ring.
I was half expecting them to actually land on you.
I was too, actually.
It would be really freaking grim, considering how hefty this guy is.
But I mean, as you're seeing, it's like this is supposed to be your first big boss. Again, for anyone who for some reason has lived under a rock and is not aware of how Mario 64 works, it's a big old sort of collectathon where you're doing little micro missions inside of a level to get power stars.
It's one of the earliest examples I can think of a platformer / 3D sandbox.
Yep.
Can it be that a pipsqueak like you has defused the Bob-omb King?
Yep.
You might be fast enough to ground me, but you'll have to pick up the pace if you want to take King Bowser by the tail, wink.
Oh, did I say
Thinks
that?
my troops can learn a lesson from you. Here is your star, as I promised, Mario. If you want to see me again, select the star from the menu. For now, farewell.
What was the last part about the... Jeez.
And that was
Oh my
just
gosh.
Bowser with a shotgun being like,
No spoilers.
That would be...
Wow, Bowser
unwise.
Bowser has really stepped up his game ever since the shenanigans down in Dinosaur Land.
It never worked.
right.
And since we've already recovered our first Power Star, a good handful of the doors across the castle has opened up.
Yep. I guess again, I remember liking this. Back at the time, I remember liking this as an idea for a Mario game where, like, normally you're going across these massive, like, far-off lands, these grand road trips. But here, literally, the entire hub is just within the very castle you normally would save Peach to.
As far as I'm aware, I want to say it was the very first game of its kind to do something like that.
Oh, we're doing the slide already.
Why
Yep,
not?
figure why not. It's literally right here.
Now, one problem. that James may or may not point out if he is speedy enough, is that unfortunately, as we may have already discussed in the past, Banjo-Kazooie this is not. So if at any point, unless it's a 100 coin star, you unlock more than one power star at a time, you gotta come back.
Well, to be fair, like the worlds themselves are compact enough
Nice.
to where backtracking through them is not a big issue.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world, and I mean, in this day and age, we've come to a point where, like, Mario 64 has literally been reverse engineered to be workable on a PC, and mods have pretty much sprung from the fountain ever since then. One most especially notable mod I can mention is Mario 64 Plus, which adds a whole bunch of quality of life improvements that you can add onto at your leisure, like being able to collect stars without needing to immediately be warped back to the hub, or just some smaller quirks like Mario's movement being more improved, or one of my personal favorites, being able to do the Mario Odyssey themed dive,
Oh yeah, no,
which
that
can more or less break this game's platforming in two if you know how to properly use it.
that and the ground pound jump.
That too.
Actually, thinking back to it, I think there technically is kind of a valid reason as to why, you know, as archaic as it is, I think there technically is a valid reason as to why they do the particular setup the way they did, where it's like, get a star, then you get booted back, is because with certain levels in a course, even though it's the exact same course, the courses themselves do technically get altered for each different level. Like, for example, with the King Bob-omb battlefield, you technically can't do some of the other stars at that same time, so it would be a little weird to have, like, the multi-star there.
Right.
I will say, though, after having played Mario 64 Plus myself, it became increasingly obvious to me that the only mission, it's usually only with the very first star where, you know, things are different. Afterwards, like, the whole entire map becomes your oyster. Oh, we got ourselves a special update from the Lakinu brothers,
What's that?
where Mario's about to learn one of the most important techniques, at least for one particular enemy, being able to sneak up to them with the control stick.
This was actually very huge for the time, because this was basically, like, at least for Nintendo gamers, this was their first introduction to such a thing as an analog control.
Even though they've been using it quite a bit up to this point.
Well, not for Mario 64, the sense that, like, normally
No,
you
I
just
mean,
press
like,
a button.
in-game they've been using it quite a bit up to this
Oh,
point.
fair.
Hey, wake up!
Oh.
You think I may have hit him a little too hard?
I'll talk to you later, Mick. I gotta go.
I was like, I think you're supposed to use I think you're supposed to... Mario, when you're waking someone up, you're supposed to hit your hand against the pan to make a noise, not hit the pan against their head.
I wasn't even holding a pen.
Oh, that's what I did. That's why I went wrong. Okay, getting off of my small tangents, because sorry, but I'm a little sick, but I'm hanging in there. Doug, have you played, because you were not there with us when we first did even the DS version, do you have any memories or experiences with Mario 64?
I started playing it when I was 12, thanks to the Wii U online shop, actually.
Really?
Oh my god, I'm old. You were 12 when the Wii U was a thing?
I'm slowly turning into wrinkles and cracks
Whoa.
in the seams. Like this poor fellow over here, the king one.
Like that man over there.
Man, we build your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, and still you walk all over us.
I mean, you are living gravel after all.
Wait, I am? Jimmy!
No, anyway.
Did you ever say thank you? No. Well, you're not going to wipe your feet on me. I think I'll crush you just for fun. You have a problem with that? Just try to pound me, wimp.
Okie dokie.
And I mean, James has already kind of shown off a wonderful little
Ooh.
defect, which is that
Yep.
you have invincibility
That was
frames
so good. I'll
when
do
you're
it
in the middle of a
second
ground
time.
pound. And
How about a third?
What time's the show?
Bye-bye.
Ouch.
I'm just a stepping stone after all. Fine. Take it. Get out of here.
I can tell you really did not want to do that particular word.
no, yeah, I'm fine. I just again, we're retreading through old territory, and I just like the idea of just being like, man, there really just is, it really is just all downhill from here, isn't it?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe.
Man, I just applied for a good college, and I was feeling good about myself. I even started calling that girl I met at the cafe. I thought we were gonna make things work out, but then there's a red mustachio dick guy come along and ruin everything.
Wait,
I
what's
love the idea
that
of-
crack on me?
Oh, that was the King Bob-omb. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Anywho. And as you can already kind of guess, I mean, A, we're doing this live, B, we're just being chill about this. It's gonna be just some nice fun times.
It's Mario 64. What do you not know about at this point?
I mean, yeah, no, it's like every single... name me at least, I don't know, 10 good Let's Players out there that haven't already touched this game once in their life, whether it be this version or the very N64 original.
Markiplier. Actually, I don't even know if that's true or not. Who knows? Maybe he had... I'm gonna look that up.
I'll be shocked if Markiplier's never touched this game for his own.
Because usually
channel.
I know his first video game technically was Doom, the original.
Well,
Okay,
I know there's a... Go ahead.
I was about to say, I thought the challenge was like just not playing the game, period, not just not playing the game for the channel.
Well, I mean, okay, that's fair. That is fair too. I mean, granted, yeah, no, like considering like this game's actually gonna be turning 30 in about 4 years.
Well, straight up, one video I found, it wasn't Markiplier, but one video I just now saw. When was this uploaded? It was like a year ago, looks like. Jacksepticeye released a video saying that he had actually never played Mario 64 before, and then proceeded to record himself doing like 45 minutes of the game.
How far did he get into it?
He did beat Bowser.
Okay.
Like the first Bowser, and that was it.
Well, that's good. That's a start anyway.
I'm really surprised you gave me a genuine answer, because I was expecting the whole encounter to be like, hey, it was a 45-minute video. Oh, how far did you get into it? 45 minutes in.
Oh. No, there was some editing involved, but otherwise... I don't know, would you say this is... I mean, how to put this? Honestly, if we just do, like, a live session or two, like, for each of, like, the main...
You look rather cozy there, Mr. Mare, sir. I'll leave you be.
Okay,
When
goodbye.
lunches out.
Unagi!
I did not care for Unagi as a child. He did kind of freak me out a little.
I'm already here.
I mean,
Get it?
he freaked me out at first,
that
I'll
funny?
be fair, but over time I just got used to that lovable face. Especially in later games where they actually did tone down the vicious factor of the guy. Up until Mario Odyssey, where they brought it back in full force.
And they were like, you know what? He's a killer.
And actually, I'm trying to remember, because, you know, we joke about how, like, Mario and Zelda love to borrow things from each other. Didn't one of the Zelda games have Unagi in it in, like, an undead form?
I don't recall.
I'm looking it up now.
The most notable Mario-related enemy that's ever been associated with with Zelda is the Chain Chomp, which is funny too, considering Chain Chomp was originally supposed to be a Zelda enemy before it made its debut in Mario 3.
Uh-oh.
You already know which one it is.
Yeah, at this point I know what it is, and the best part is when you open up a chest for the first time, it gives you bubbles which heal you up.
Thank goodness. Okay. Well, and as I was looking it up, the first...
Oof.
Ow! And that resets it. The first result I could find on Zelda was just something called the slime eel from Link's Awakening, but that's not Unagi.
Yeah, it's a slime.
It's basically just especially with its little tail, it's just a weird Moldorm in disguise. Anywhoozin. Will say that my experience with Mario 64 was that this was one of the first games I'd ever seen growing up. It was something that I'd seen at my uncle's house. He was playing the original one of this, and I just remember like being so amazed by like all the secrets and things that could be discovered, like in Peach's castle, like like draining the moat for the first time and finding all the little like as James already kind of sort of blissfully waltzed right by and showed off the secret like underwater room. Little things like that I did appreciate. They really did I mean, I'll still also say that I don't care what people say. I think this game has very nice tight controls.
Oh, absolutely. Like, even today,
Yeah.
I'll still say, like, it's easily one of the best 3D platformers you'll ever come across, even if Mario's come a long way since then.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like, I would say, like, in terms of, like... I'm trying to think. I'm struggling with saying if this is, like, a particularly hot take. It probably isn't, but I'll say, anyway... I feel in terms of controls, it's aged a little bit better than Sunshine.
Oh, absolutely.
To some degree, but only because Sunshine, in Sunshine's defense, most of the better control Mario had in that game was mostly thanks to FLUDD. Like once it's taken away from you, it kind of becomes evident that they didn't exactly make the game with Mario without it in mind.
Yeah. Would you say it's too mean to assume that the only reason that they made FLUDD was to kind of like counter whatever like control oddities they have with Mario in that game?
I mean, it could be that, though I also just figured maybe it was one of those cases where it was something to help complement Luigi's own adventure where he had his own contraption on his back.
That could have been it. I definitely know that Flood was a strong, I do remember, ow! Ouch. Okay. I do remember, Flood being a strong, design point for the game, but I'll come out and say it. I will take the Mario 64 long jump any day over whatever the dive jump thing is in freaking Sunshine.
Well, doesn't 64 have the dive jump too?
Yes, but I mean, like, in Sunshine, that quickly becomes your only means of long jumping over gaps.
I mean, if not that, there's also the water-fueled slide that you also have. Like, you squirt a bit of water on the floor, you dive into it, and you go for miles.
That is true.
And that could be helpful in a pinch.
That, and I did learn how to go into the heavens in Sunshine, because that glitch is still in this version of the game. I do wonder if they are still going to bring any other GameCube games to the system.
I'm just saying, now that the 3DS is more or less dead at this point, like, the eShop's gonna be pretty much, well, like, you're not gonna be able to buy anything from there anymore, and all that jazz.
Right, just once.
Put the original Luigi's Mansion on the Switch.
It'd be really nice.
Please.
Well, along with, like, well, if they're gonna do that, they might as well just, like, go whole hog and have, like, a GameCube online.
I mean, that'd be nice too, but it's also, like, that's definitely gonna be a bigger, undertaking, especially considering how this, like, the N64's NSO thing started.
Right.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh, and also what James showed off here is that another mechanic we need to keep an eye out for is if we find any pink bombs, they will allow us to use their cannons.
Like so.
And...
Full speed ahead!
Oh, what the hell?
That was very rude of you, Mario. I was just standing here minding my own business.
What?
Well, I heard that you beat Big Bob-omb, and that's pretty cool. You know, I heard you're fast, but how fast are you anyway?
I don't mean to brag, but I can keep up with the blue hedgehog.
Look at this.
I don't believe you. How about we race? I don't think you can beat me. Why don't you just try it, sucker?
What?
How about a race to the mountaintop where the Big Bob-omb's corpse is?
I
What do you
can't...
say? When I say go, let the race begin.
I can't tell what you're saying, but I don't think it's what the box is saying.
I don't think I understand this.
Ready, go!
So yeah, the age-old race with Koopa the Quick. Probably one of the first major racing challenges a kid can ever play in a platform.
Oh.
We can do this. We can do this.
I gave Koopa the Quick a you big fatty.
I want him to feel good about
Don't mind me.
himself.
I like the. I mean, don't worry. I know you got this race in the bag. The first Koopa racing.
It's Koopa the Quick. Like he's your very first racing challenge for a reason. It's mostly to get the hang of it. But it's like, my God, this is. Jeez.
I just love the. What I loved about that moment was just the absolute like devolving of like saying like I'm so confident I got this. Oh, okay, no, just a little hiccup.
Okay, you know
we
what?
still got this, and then just immediate just resort to name calling like you fatty.
It's like they should slow him down.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have laughed incredibly hard if you just fell trying to get that bomb.
I would have, dude. At that point, that'd just be the LP curse at work.
There is a shortcut that can be used. Fun fact: at this moment right here, Koopa is actually going super slow, but the minute you touch the flag, the game actually teleports him like a little bit higher up the mountain just to make this wait not as long. There he is.
There he is.
No, don't breathe through your mouth. You'll dehydrate that way, Koopa.
Well, fat. A human blood. He going one very square.
Can I ask real quick, what the heck kind of voice have you been giving him for this whole mission?
I have no idea.
You ever heard a turtle try to speak English? It didn't work too well. They had to dub in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for us to understand them.
That would explain. You know what? That would explain a lot.
There we go. And now we actually can already fight the first boss, but what are you gonna do, James?
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go kick Koopa the curb. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But you just did that.
Well, the other Koopa. And you know what? That's the point where I'm like, Yeah, I kind of like the fact that we gave him a better distinguishing name than just King in front of it.
Yeah, King Koopa. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it makes sense considering, you know, in Japan he's always called Koopa, but once you start calling his minions the Koopa Troopas, that's when things start getting a little weird.
Yeah, unless the individual names are just the Troopas.
You stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, Fred. Watch your step.
Thank you.
I don't think we're friends, but okay, I'm going to find you now.
I mean, it's funny considering nowadays Mario and Bowser may as well be the best of frenemies, just like Sonic and Eggman!
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. So what? So another thing we're looking for is in each of these Bowser stages, not only are they a rather neat and intimidating at times approach to the boss, they all will have the 8 red coins, which again are, you know, collect all of them, you get a star.
Pretty much. I mean, it's, you know what, an interesting time for us to actually start our very first red coin mission, because there's plenty of these all across the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be these. It's gonna be these and the 100 coin stars that could be some of the longer missions. But I have faith in James.
You all saw nothing.
I mean, especially the fact that, like, you know, don't worry about that life counter. Like, literally all that actually changes is that, you know, you'll just get booted back to the, you know, the quote unquote start of the hub screen. But ultimately, like, you're not losing much if you die.
Not really. I mean, it is funny though, because considering there are very rare instances where, like, if you do end up kicking the bucket, you do get warped back to, like, a certain point in time you actually warped. Case in point, in Lethal Lava Land, there's the whole volcano section where if you die there, you'll just warp right back to the volcano section.
Right. The only time that in and of itself can then become a hindrance is, say, if you're going for 100 coin star when you kick the bucket. A lot of times in those
Jerry! Jerry, where are you?
He's in the panic.
Oh, I'm gonna get you for killing Jerry, you prick!
Where'd he go? Oh, there you are. Alright, well, that honestly would not be a... Okay, careful.
Oh.
There it is, okay.
Hello, Mr. Coin.
What was I going with this statement? Oh yeah, that if you're in the middle of a 100 coin star, you just gotta be careful, because if you die in one of those zone areas, a lot of those zone areas do not in and of themselves have 100 coins to be collected, so you'd have to then enter another level just to have another shot at that. Also, I think James just now showed me another thing that the Shindo version of this game had that the original did not.
What's that?
That in the Shindo version, you can press a exclamation mark switch multiple times to reset the timer. Normally, it would just be stuck flat.
That's right. The original game did keep it flat when you actually used it. So, you know, that's interesting. That's one of those things I never really considered, but then you actually mentioned it. It's like, holy shit, it actually does do that. Like, damn, Shindo version, you were an interesting specimen for your time.
And I like that, because that means, oh, hey, Peach. Hey, please be careful, man. Bowser's so wicked, he'll try to... But I can't, I'm sorry.
You know, remember those talking billboards in Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
That's just suddenly what I'm thinking all of a sudden. They're pretty much just reciting what Peach wrote in this thing.
Aye.
Or whatever the billboard, or bill.board
Hey,
would say.
it's Billboard. No, what about me? I'm Billboard. I'm the one that gets top billing.
That is true. I do like myself a good billboard in these games. So again, just, you know, toss him. But I mean, I guess that is another little detail that I do appreciate, is that they went to the trouble of even, like, editing almost all of the in-game text files to show the new Switch controls.
Alright, Mario, be honest with me. They say that the plastic surgeon might have left a few scars. I don't look bad, do I?
You look fine. You look fine.
You look fantastico. No one will ever notice.
Okay, good. Now let me kill you.
Now you're just making me think.
Okay, not today, Bowser.
You just made me think of that. What is it?
That's probably one of my favorite videos that guy made, just because of the quick cut of what is it?
What is it?
And just the fact that he's completely still as he does it.
And there we go, already down for the count.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think they did miss a spot. They did?
Man! Oh, I'm gonna give them hell. Last time I go to Wario for surgery.
That's the last. Bowser, let this be a lesson. Never go to a quack to fix your face.
Well, okay, in all seriousness, it was there right there printed on the waiver that the plastic surgery would not make them look better, it would make me look better by comparison standing next to them.
And honestly, is that really? That's just life reciting truth that everyone is ugly compared to Wario.
And I repeat, do not give a refund for successful work.
Anywho, so
I'll give you guys a choice. Should I do some more backtracking in some of the other areas, or should we go ahead and start, doing our sneak peek into the other areas?
I say let's try to clean out as much of this floor as we can.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Save the basement for the next session.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what? I could totally do that.
In which case, we got no problems. This is a very swift game when you go ham on it.
Oh yeah, no, like once you start getting to the post first stars, like these can go by pretty dang quickly, especially in cases like Bob-omb Battlefield, where like the next star is literally up there on that floating island up there.
So we just gotta aim nice and true. So let's see. I'm trying to think of anything we can talk about, since we're kind of just in the since we're clearly in the James is about to go. Wait, there you go.
Oh, first try.
Nice.
Woohoo!
But yeah, since we're now in the official stage of like James is gonna start cleaning house, and we're just gonna be going and hearing the same sound bites over and over again. So we're still recording this in a moment where we still have no idea what the Mario movie is going to have. The only thing that I now have learned since the last time is that supposedly the creator of the Dick figures is the main
Director?
one of the main directors or head of.
Oh.
Hello.
And it's like, I remember hearing that. I think they also...
Hello.
I was about to say, oh yeah, we get new caps. I was thinking for some reason him going, now what was it that Mama Mario told me? Oh yeah, look directly into the sun. But yeah, anyway.
Am my eyes supposed to feel hot?
Yes.
But the most important part, always wear sunglasses before you look up into the sun, especially when in the middle of a solar eclipse.
Hello, Mario.
Hello, little stylus. Thank you.
Okay, I looked up the guy that we're talking about. He's actually the head of story on it, and apparently some of his other credits were he apparently worked on that animated Unikitty series, which I keep forgetting exists. But the thing that got most people worried at first was the fact he was also a recurring writer for Teen Titans Go.
Really?
Well, dang.
I mean, was he one of the better writers, or...?
I mean, Teen Titans Go has had its moments. I just don't know if it's the good ones or the meh ones yet.
But I can't vouch for the figures show. I've never seen it myself, so I have to go off other opinions on whether or not them handling Mario is a good or bad thing.
Oh, okay. Bye, Mario. I'll see you later, man.
See ya.
I mean, I guess only time will tell. And actually, now that I think about it, I can do one thing now that I do have the key to the next area.
Oh?
I'm not going to do any of the major levels there yet, but there is one particular... Now that I got the first, the wing cap, I should probably start going for the other ones, because I can get them now if I want to.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that is true. They kind of start going back to back real quick here.
Yep, so welcome to the basement area. This used to be the torture chamber, but I guess Peach had a whole petition realizing that's all inhumane, so we should just make it, a regular old basement, where you can keep some of the more fanciful paintings, like the literal flames of hell itself.
Yep.
I can't help but imagine that's when Peach made this castle, she didn't make anything in the basement. She goes down there, it's like,
Toad, what is this? It's a torture chamber. Not in my kingdom, it isn't. I mean,
I don't know. I had a
but
joke
I
in there
want a
somewhere.
torture chamber.
I'm very tired. No, I'm not tired. I just need to figure this out. The thing I was going to say was that the reason why James is going for these caps as early as he can is because not most cases, but in a number of worlds,
My nose.
in a number of worlds, these special caps are required to get the stars. They are not optional.
I mean, they're technically optional if you're going for the bare minimum, but otherwise it's this is going to be an all 120-star run, so by proxy, these may as well be mandatory.
Especially since each of them does have their own 8 red coin star to be on the lookout for.
Yep.
Yep, that's pretty much the only other incentive to actually do these missions, is that it's not only for this chance of actually unlocking the blocks that give you these caps in the first place, It's also so you can get an extra star for your travels.
Woo.
One of 15 secret castle stars that Bowser was somehow able to miss.
Oh,
And my only disagreement with that particular organization is that there's no way to tell which one of them you have or have not yet collected because they're just all in the same group together. And
Essentially.
and be mindful because even some of the ghostly servants have managed to snag a few from the turtle,
oh, that's right.
and you won't know which ones.
Oh,
I thought they were on the same payroll.
no, he's not talking about the booze.
I'm talking about the toads.
Oh, right. The Toads were able to sneak a couple of themselves, but they're very specific Toads you need to find.
Right. There we go.
I'm a sneaky son of a bitch.
I'm trying to think of any other big like Mario 64 things I can talk about because there have been some things that have been like that very much interested me in the past. Like,
Oh, I actually just remembered one. What do we all think about the freaking colossally sized Lego Bowser?
That is insane.
I'm very curious. I mean, they're never gonna sell that version, but
I know. I mean, there's still the smaller version that's still pretty dang good looking in and of itself. It's easily one of the biggest Mario-related Lego they have.
and it's really cool how like fully posable and stuff it is.
It's funny because, like, not counting the giant Lego Bowser, like, we're talking about that Lego Bowser, it's also funny because, like, didn't the first Lego Mario pack have its own Lego Bowser as well?
Yes.
There was. It was pretty dang small in size from what I remember, and it was mostly a prop more than anything.
So all I'm saying is that I anxiously look forward to when somebody does the "Hello, little stylus." Hello, Mario. Between those two Bowsers.
Yeah.
Hello, little Bowser.
Hello, Bowser.
And
Oh yeah, by the way, very important. Hold on to your hat. It is literally your only shield.
what?
What?
Yeah, it's like armor for us. It's kind of silly in retrospect, but yeah, you do take double damage if for whatever reason you misplace your hat.
Oh, and take this. I've been keeping it for you.
Oh, why thank you.
Props to whoever was, myself as a child, who did not realize you're supposed to talk to all these people and you would actually, that's what was keeping me from getting 100% completion. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like on your first go around. I mean, it would make sense to talk to every Toad you find because they might have some very useful information for you.
Yeah.
Not me though, who's literally been playing and beating this game since when he was 6 years old, maybe
Well,
younger than that.
bitch.
Like this is literally my second ever video game, so naturally I know this game like the back of my hand.
Well, fair
That's
enough.
new.
I can't believe I was about.
Anyway,
I can't believe I was.
Just
we're
hit
actually going to go ahead and
right
start this level now because there is what we could get the star here that relates to this so-called swimming beast, but that swimming beast will also help us reach our third and final special cap.
So, better just get that knocked out of the way. Well, while we're working on...
Oops! I can save this. I can save this.
Ooh.
I saved it.
Yeah, while we're doing the...
Oh, no. I don't got this. I don't got this. Okay, now I got this.
Is that while...
They had to be these pups.
These freaking boulders were the bane of my fucking existence when I was younger.
Well, especially if
For the
you
record.
land right where they're gonna fall on you.
And the way they spin at you, it's like they're out for blood.
They're
They
dangerous.
scare me.
So while we're at this current juncture, Doug, what things have you been up to lately?
Drawing. More videos planned for my channel. All that jazz.
Dory.
Oh, it's adorable.
I want a plushie of it. I want 4 of them.
Yeah, that's all. I've been doing.
I
Really.
almost thought you were about to do the I want uppies! And then you just...
Okay, I guess I'm not going to be able to do it that way.
Yeah, you gotta be rude.
I didn't want to do this, but I kind of do want the top floor treatment.
Uppies! Now that's more like it. But yeah, you can actually also steer the beast.
Yep, literally by just aiming in a particular direction, and we're literally like Remy on top of Nessie.
Yeah.
The only difference is that this thing doesn't have any hair to marionette it with.
I still love the idea.
Oh,
I still love the idea that.
Hold on, I think I can still get this. I
think
think I can still get this.
You just gotta do a backward. You just gotta do a sideways jump. Oh, nah. Oh, you were close. You were actually very, very close.
I was so close, but so far. Get back here, you adorable little dinosaur, you! Ow!
Here, I say hold left, and then we'll just U-turn the thing.
By the way, don't get too used to this pretty face. He gets goggles later, kind of like the Yoshi's Island dolphins.
Right.
And I
don't know. I think it looks cute with the goggles.
And then we never
And
saw.
you know what? Speaking of which, that still surprises me. Like, after so many years of inactivity, the dolphin returns the fucking doctor in the now defunct Dr. Mario world.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I guess the idea is that the closest they could think of is
Oh, by
that.
the way, hello, Metal Mario.
Nice, the big boy.
I guess because in their opinion, the idea was that those dolphins or whatever evolved into Plessy.
If not evolved, they might be just, distant cousins.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I mean, they do share similar colors and properties, so I think that would make sense. That does make some amount of sense.
But yes,
Yeah.
now Metal Mario, which now people insist is an entirely separate character.
Makes no
Well, in the
sense.
spin-offs, anyway. Because, like, in Mario 64, it was obviously a transformation Mario undergoes, but later on, it's like, if they ever need a quick and cheap getaway to make a random doppelganger for Mario that's heavier and more metal-looking, Metal Mario. So nowadays, I guess that doesn't mean an awful lot, considering now we not only have a Metal Mario, but also a Gold Mario.
Well, to be fair, the Gold Mario, they only used, like, not counting New 2, they only used Gold Mario, like, once in spin-offs, didn't they?
With Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think he returns in Tour.
I'd be
I'm
shocked if he wasn't in
positive.
Tour.
I'm positive Metal Mario is in Tour.
No, the Gold Mario.
Oh, Gold Mario. Oh yeah, Gold Mario is for sure in Tour.
It's like there's so many goddamn color palettes of Mario in that game, like whether it be costumes or even Ice Mario, who hasn't been a thing since the original Mario Galaxy.
Oh, and I guess we could talk about that. Is that coming up this week is the second booster pack for Mario Kart Tour. I'm looking forward to that. Or not Tour, Mario Kart 8.
Yes, people, you got your precious Devil Dam pinball.
The last thing Mario
Yeah.
Kart Tour needs now is another booster pack. It's you already have to pay out the pocket just to get a chance at getting some of those nifty costumes.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also part of the reason why I stopped playing the game after all, because like I really wanted Dixie Kong and Funky Kong that bad, but the luck gods were not in my favor when I paid $20-$30 for all those rubies.
I just don't
Hey,
think
actually,
it's a good
just-
model.
Something I do want to bring up, like going back to the booster pack real quick.
Okay, now we got. Okay, gonna say this right now, real quick. For the most part, whenever I do these red coin missions, these are also going to be my opportunity to also do this game's 100 coin missions. So we'll be here a little bit.
Makes
Okay.
sense. All right, back to you.
Anyway, I was just saying that, like, something that I do find interesting about the booster pack that they're releasing, like, and it kind of surprised me, because I figured it was all just going to be, like, retreads from previous games, like recycled tracks like Waluigi Pinball and whatnot. I was not expecting them to actually give us brand new tracks, like that Sunday Skyway stage.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah, that caught me by total surprise.
I didn't realize that was not from a previous, like, not even from Tour. So, okay,
Well, it's funny you bring that up, because they have confirmed that will be coming to Tour not long after.
makes sense.
Huh.
But hey, I don't mind. Like,
Hello.
I'll still say, as far as Mario Kart Tour original tracks go, I know it's a little unconventional, but that one Ninja Hideaway track is pretty fun.
It's
That one.
cool, but I'm still. I do agree with certain people. It feels like such a cop out that they decided to they decided to hold back from properly representing who they wanted to at first for that track.
It was supposed to be Cat and Anna, wasn't it?
No, I mean if not that, just straight up Wario. Like there's garlic signs all over the place, and there's some other stuff there that I want to say are.
I'm pretty sure you see his nose goblin thing.
Exactly. Yeah, his nose goblins, and oh wow, oh jeez,
A
look
lone
at that
Koopa.
Koopa. He can literally walk on the ramps.
He's a goat.
On this here, we see a lonely Koopa. Mario steers up,
Whoop.
and he steals a shot.
And
What a prick.
I was gonna say, I like to imagine just conflating the two things. Like, here we see the natural Koopa in his habitat, and Mario hits a perfect birdie into the golf course.
Oops.
Aw, no shell for you.
Mario hit the birdie
Oh, well.
and stole the shell. Like an absolute prick.
And
that's what
please
it is.
be quiet.
And that's what you deserved at the end.
No, but I was do the
I am
Robin
David.
Williams.
I am David Attenborough.
I was trying to do the Robin Williams thing. That could anyone please be any quieter? I'd like to hear the grass grow.
Oh, hello. Hey,
Eat this!
Oh!
Oh!
I didn't.
Hell, you learn something new every day.
Would you believe I had no idea that actually could stun him?
Me neither.
I never knew that either.
I don't think James knew that. I think we were just like, oh, what? We all were just stunned.
I literally just did that just because you know what? I had it on hand. He's literally right there. Why not? It's like,
Well, there you go.
man, you know, it's funny too, because like it only took me like a few years ago to learn that you can also do this.
Oh yeah. Wait for it. I don't believe it's every poll, but a number of them.
Most logs that are standing upright like that
I
do
know.
that.
Woo.
Like,
Very easy coins.
Yep, and then you do this, and nothing.
But yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you all enjoyed that little bit of mind blowery right there.
I have to let Did You Know Gaming know immediately.
We've done it, James. We have found the one thing that everyone has missed in Mario 64. Now that we've discovered it. Oh, sorry.
In all out seriousness, though, I'm pretty sure it's already been discovered by so many other. Mario 64 is so goddamn popular with even the speedrunning community. They figured out ways to literally. It's this game alone where apparently alternate dimensions was considered a big discovery, and it all involved the fucking spider enemies from the Boo's haunted house.
The scuttle thing. Yeah, I still don't understand.
Yeah, the scuttle bugs.
I still don't get that. That always has been a little bit beyond. As far as my like quote unquote like thorough knowledge of Mario 64 goes, the main things I remember are Simple Flips, who does a lot of fun little videos on his channel, and Kaze, or Kaze, who does some. Who honestly has been researching some pretty incredible optimizations and things to make, like, honestly some of the best Mario 64 ROM hacks and things I've ever seen.
They're incredible.
yeah.
It's almost like maybe Nintendo should stop their high horse and maybe pull a page from Sega and actually ask him to help them out with future N64 conversions.
Seriously, like honestly, Hype, he had this like mini series because he's putting together this like special hack where like Mario's like in Dinosaur Land and there's like custom models, custom sounds running at 60 FPS on native hardware. Because that's the other thing is that like he's like oh, I guess he's been thrown. There we go.
Yeah, once the fuse is lit, get the fuck out of there, or just toss him at the most immediate convenience.
Like
Yeah,
go ahead.
Just real quick, then I'll let you continue your thing.
No
Because
worries.
I noticed that when we were taking care of the Bob-ombs that are down in that gorge there, do the Bob-ombs respawn? Because I could have sworn that like some of them that you killed just suddenly reappear.
They do respawn, and unfortunately when they do respawn, they don't yield any more coins.
Mhm.
Only the first time.
Yep.
You only get one turn, bucko.
That's the magic of limited tech for you.
And
Hey.
there you go. I got it.
Do it again.
That was a good run. Oh, careful. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I know Kaze or Kaze. I gotta learn how to.
I think it's
pronounce his
Kaze.
name. He's like super dedicated to making sure his ROM hacks are both entertaining and
Ooh.
be able to be ran on official hardware. And like he has this whole video that you may be interested in seeing if you're into like all the techie stuff. Like this whole series where he straight up is like, how can I legitimately fix Mario 64? Not saying it's a broken game, but just like, how can we optimize it to such a point where it can run at like perfect 60 FPS? Like knowing the practices we know now.
How can we make it better?
Right.
This sounds like a behind-the-scenes video for Mario 64 Plus.
I guess
Probably.
it probably was, but it's like
Was Kaze involved? Kaze involved in that?
I believe so.
I'm not sure.
I'll look that up. Mario 64 Plus. That was done by.
Yee-hoo!
Oh no, that was done by Morse.
Oh, okay.
MORS. I wonder what else that Morse guy's done then. Have you ever looked into any ROM hack kind of stuffs like this, Doug?
I used to years ago, but not as much nowadays. Like I know,
Any particular ROM hacks?
not too many as far as I remember, because my memory's easy when it comes to Mario 64. Sometimes depending, but mostly
That's fair.
it just mostly comes to like shit posts and all that. Like one of the content creators, I know for sure, and I'm pretty sure you would know by name. It's SMP4.
Ah, him.
Classic.
Huh.
What a trooper.
I learned something today.
What's that?
What's that?
First off, the guy who made Mario 64 Plus, he was the guy who made that one game we looked at for Sage that one time, Mario Flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, with the cool super smooth.
Oh, that Morse. Okay, I was thinking it was someone else at first.
He helped.
I would have guessed that those were like both the same people.
He helped work on Paperball,
Nice.
and he worked on Dormaveglia, that one game with the grappling hook platformer. I think we looked at for another Sage. And the other thing that I saw was So I've been so we are not plugged by them. Please trust me on this. I've been recently using Opera GX, and Opera GX, whenever you are completely offline and have no access to the internet, it's no dinosaur jumping game like in Chrome, but there's this one game called Operius or something like that. And, it's like Operius.
I'll be right back, guys.
No worries.
Alright.
And apparently Morris also worked on that game. But anywho, this is one of my least favorite stars in terms of like it. I always get my aim off.
I've had at least one run that I can immediately think of. I was able to get them all in one fell swoop, and I was hoping to get, let the same magic happen again, but, my luck ain't that good.
Almost.
It's like, what can you do?
But yeah, no, I guess it should be said, the wing cap, it's pretty much what happens when you take the cape feather from Mario World and apply it to 3D, and when you apply it to 3D, you realize flying with that thing's got to be a lot harder than it looked in 2D.
It is absolutely. I think I remember mentioning this back in our Banjo-Kazooie thing that, admittedly, if it comes down to these kind of power-ups, I tend to prefer Kazooie's flight ability as opposed to the wing cap, because the wing cap's more of a swooping, gliding kind of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's you're literally paragliding at that point. Whereas with Kazooie, it's mostly a matter of like, if you have the feathers to spare, you can just constantly press the button to keep flapping up and up.
And I believe with that we have now reached the final star of our journey here.
Yep. Which all revolves around that very, very intimidating figure that caused many young children to pee their pants the first time they saw it lunge right at them.
It's because it's jumping at you and it's so terrifying. But yeah,
and the teeth plus the venom.
You get the,
and this is like literally like a year after Yoshi's Island, which yielded some of the biggest chain chomps ever to grace a video game.
That would obviously, I think the chain chomp has a really big advantage against Mario in this fight.
Oh, I guess there we go.
I did it.
I'm free.
Good thing he just had the sudden instinct to just break the cage before jumping to who knows where.
I need a reminder. Is that the only time we see chain chomps in this game?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, that's the only one we see.
Which is unfortunate because I would have loved if there was like some little Easter egg where you start seeing him around on vacation. Like it's like he's enjoying his freedom to the finest.
He's free like a bird, eating all the birds.
I probably would have shat my pants if I saw that when I was
We
younger.
don't know why, but he's eating the birds.
Jeez.
He's eating all the birds. He's eating all the birds.
We know.
And now that the King Whomp has properly been dethroned and reduced to rubble, the tower has been built right where he stands.
Ooh,
nice. I'm curious if in all the times you've beaten this game, if you've ever considered like,
Hello. Suddenly Bonsai Bell right up my coattail.
I'm curious if you have ever attempted or wanted to try a speed run of it, James. Nice.
A Mario 64? I think I might have at least maybe once, but otherwise it's one of those cases where I'm not too big of a speedrunner, for lack of a better word. I usually just, like, sure, I'll try to beat the game as fast as humanly possible, but not exactly through, like, exploits and whatnot. At least if I can help it.
I mean, that I get you. That I know it was an idea at some point that we were going to try and do race of this, but, like...
Then stuff happened.
Then a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened.
I feel like if that was the case, like if we were going to do a race, it probably would be better off if it was just between the two of you. Because let's be honest, like if it was me and Matt racing against you two, it's like it's someone who knows Mario 64 like the back of his hand versus someone that does quite a bit of speedrunning in their own time. Me and Matt probably wouldn't stand a chance.
I haven't sped run. I have not speed ran in a long time, and James knows that a lot of those speed runs of mine usually depended on the backwards long jump to be there.
Yep, which is why I said immediately no backwards long jump. That's too easy.
Because otherwise, if anyone is not aware of what we're talking about with BLJs or backwards long jumps, if you do backwards long jumps correctly, it is entirely possible to like actually. Oh, nice. It is entirely.
I want to say it's possible to also do a triple jump wall jump straight to this area.
Yes.
Though I'd say that's a lot easier to do in the DS version, where Mario's jumping ability got souped up like nothing else.
Oh, his aerial control especially.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, like with backwards long jumps, even without major exploits or glitches like going out of bounds and stuff, it's possible to beat this game with only like 32 stars. Like the minute you get the final key to get upstairs, like the game's won.
Essentially, yeah.
With backward long jumps, but time for more coin collecting.
You know what? I can't ask Doug that because I feel like it's something he's probably tried at least maybe once or twice. Have you ever thought of dabbling in the art of speedrunning? Like, not this game specifically, but just in general.
I think I've done that with some classic Sonic games, which is pretty easy to do. So.
Oh, do you know how to do like those cool like screen like wipe thingies where you like hit a part of the level and it just zooms you all the way across the level?
I've done it a few times when I was younger.
Nice. Again, the only speedruns I've ever done to date are a blue coin switch.
Yeah, these will be your best friend when it comes to 100 coin missions. In fact, in some cases, it's like the only friend you can rely on, because otherwise you're not going to be able to reach that quota that easily.
There's a lot of them.
They're the only friend you have.
In fact, there's one that I can immediately think of. If you end up missing the blue coins that spawn from it, you may as well reset.
Yep.
Are we talking about
64 coins?
Let's see. Are we talking about? Oh, careful!
Ow!
Ow!
Let's see. Are we talking about TikTok clock or
that you know what? That is one of them. Yes. The other one I'm immediately thinking of is Rainbow Ride.
Oh yeah, no, those two levels are a pain.
Rainbow Ride, especially considering that revolves around. Well, once you hit that sucker, you then have to literally do a whole wall jumping sequence across this whole wall, which is pretty easy to screw up.
Oh no, to get through the maze, yeah.
Especially in the original versions of the game.
Well,
which really leads me to appreciate how 64 DS and onward, when you have the wall jump, you slide on the wall, as opposed to literally just bouncing off it.
Right, not no bonking. Careful.
So, hello, gorgeous.
Do you want to see a secret, James?
Sure.
See where that sign is?
This one?
Yeah, walk to that sign and hug the corner of this like wall over here to your right. To the right, like the actual like legit corner.
Oh.
Other way, imbecile.
And hold it still. Like not against the wall, just like standing.
Like standing. Oh. Hello.
Ta-da.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost forgot about that trick.
Yeah.
I never knew that was there, and I mean, granted, that's cool and all, but that just takes me to a little further on in the level anyway.
Yeah, no, sorry. Damn, it
is cool. I mean, hey, again, you learn something new every other day.
I had to do something.
Like the goddamn chain
because
chomp.
you taught me something about the chain chomp. I had to be like,
I had to contribute.
Oh, Jesus, careful.
Oh.
We do need to be careful.
I could have ended the run right there.
That almost mama my mia.
Yeah, no, because it's not as they're not as hard to get as say the 100 note stuff in Banjo-Kazooie, but yeah, as typical, if you die, the coin totals are not saved between runs. Nice.
Yep. Unfortunately, you will have to start again from square one, and that is never fun, especially in levels especially when you're dealing with 100 coin missions.
Yeah. Best of luck to you in Rainbow Ride and Tiny Huge Island.
Tiny Huge Island, yeah, that one could be a little annoying in its own right, mostly because that level in and of itself is easily one of the more dangerous.
Nice.
And got it.
Oop.
Bird.
You know, it's a good thing that there was flooring above you when you grabbed that star, because imagine there being a situation where you grab the star over a bottomless pit.
Oh, I can actually confirm what happens. You will still get the star, and you will literally fall all the way down to the kill plane and stand on the kill plane for the animation before it fades to black.
That's
nice.
That's quite fine.
I only know about that because I guess that's the other thing I can talk about Simple Flips. If anyone is ever curious to see this game be played, I would argue to like its most extreme and the most technical I've ever seen it played. Simple Flips had this challenge to try and he succeeded. I guess I'll spoil right now, but he wanted to get literally all 120 stars while always under the pressure of the Green Demon challenge whenever possible.
Well, that's where it's like you have to avoid grabbing anything that's green, right?
Well, no, not quite.
Just the one up, and like there's certain cases where like when the one up mushroom does spawn, it will follow you.
Right.
So there are people that have made it an actual challenge to try and beat the rest of the game while that thing's still following you before it touches you and you gain an extra life.
Right. Because
in fact, Mario 64 Plus also has its own like little quality of life feature where, well, okay, not so much quality of life, but like an extra where you can literally turn on the Green Demon challenge, and if that thing touches you, it kills you.
Right, yeah, and so that would then be how you could try and make a challenge run out of it, and son of a bitch, he did it. He got every single star, And some of the roads, some of the tribulations he went through to pull it off were pretty insane. And there we go. Also, 100 coin stars are an incredible way to get lives.
Oh, yeah, no, because every 50 coins you earn in a level, once it gets to the tally, every 50 coins gets you an extra life. Now we gotta go into a caged island, which is unfortunately way up there. Right there, as a matter of fact.
Curses.
I'm sure you can get up there with enough gumption.
Or...
Who do you think I am, Luigi?
You don't got those jumps.
I'm not here, you know.
What happened to Luigi? I haven't seen him anywhere this entire game. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Who's there? Who woke me up? It's still daylight. I should be sleeping.
Oh. Just falls asleep in midair.
Just kidding. As long as I'm awake, why not take a short flight with me? Press and hold B to grab on, and release B to let go.
Okay.
I'll take you wherever you want to go, as long as my little wings hold out. Watch my shadow and grab on.
Alright, here we go.
Like this? Oh, that's a little too hard, there,
my
Faisano.
God, you're fat!
Watch your hands, young man. Anywho, wait for it.
If I could do a an impression of oh jeez,
Nice!
That's
That was
always
incredibly
finicky.
close.
But I was gonna say, if I could do a freaking impression of Al's original actor, I totally would do that. But
I
don't remember
just
the actual
say,
form.
I don't know, I can't do it either.
That works. That absolutely works.
All I can think of is a little bit of that voice, plus when they got freaking Craig Ferguson in the reboot or revamp movie.
Oh yeah, I just remembered with this particular mission. For those that were wanting to try and beat the game on 120 stars % without getting hurt, unfortunately it is impossible because of this.
You have to use your head, Mario.
But I don't want to use my head.
Oh!
Oof.
There you go. Technically, speedrunners have found a way to do this without taking damage, but it's stupid. No, they're not stupid. They're smart, and it's incredible how they planned it out. But I think blowing up the wall is cooler. Look at how destructive this was.
Yeah, I mean, Mario has to use his head somehow.
Done. Again,
Don't worry, I'll get that bump stitched out later.
Again, some of these
It's
are
like,
very.
Star! Why do I taste blood?
Don't.
Why am I seeing all red? Alright, Whomp's Fortress is more or less clear. That just leaves 2 other areas we can do in the meantime.
Okay.
So now we're gonna head on back to the briny deep.
Oh boy. Alrighty.
Also,
No, go ahead.
Also, fun fact: in the original Japanese release of the game, this wasn't the portrait for the level wasn't so much the sunken ship. It was actually just bubbles,
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
simple little bubbles, which is something you will immediately notice if you play Mario 64 DS, where they kept that particular portrait instead.
Huh.
Kind of weird, but yeah, well, I'm not the one that makes those games. It's not my business to judge. Except it totally is, because that's the whole point of being a video game reviewer, which I am not.
We don't do all that
So
stuff.
quite frankly, I forget what my point is.
There's something.
Hello, Mr. Unagi. Can you come? Do you want to play with me? I'd love to.
Oh,
Wow.
Quota gave me a frighten.
Now let's hope that he swims a little bit faster because he has a
More
little bit
eel.
of bling we want.
Oh,
There you are.
Oh,
And
nice.
be careful because this guy hits hard if you touch him.
He is an eel. But there we go. And with that, we no longer have to get too close to him if we're not too careful.
I've actually seen one video where one very daring scuba diver was able to actually literally pet one.
Really?
Yeah,
That-
I mean, it looked like the eel. It looked like the eel was enjoying it too. But it's like it's one of those cases where you see the thing up close, and it's like that thing could literally tear your hand off.
I feel like you'd have to have like some special glove or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
Alrighty, well, it's time. Oh, the other thing we didn't even note is that, or the interesting thing that I like that attention to detail is that when James solved that puzzle with the treasure chests, sure, he, filled that pirate ship with air so he could breathe and get to the box, but that was because the little detail is that we actually caused the pirate ship to completely resurface.
Yep. We literally got all the extra water out, and now it's seaworthy again.
Woohoo!
Good luck trying to get it out of this decrepit old wharf, though.
Nah, we'll just go forward, and it was. I want to say it was with these games that because I actually forget.
Okay, Mr. Mare.
Koji Kondo worked on like the original Mario stuff, right? Not just 64.
Yeah, he's pretty much been there for a good majority, if not all, of Mario's 3D outings, whether it be the original, or the main outings in general, like whether it be the original Mario Brothers, Mario 3, World, 64, Galaxy, and I think he did do some contributions for Odyssey as well.
Wow.
Yeah. Been around the block.
Woo.
Pretty much, like, he's still working to this day, though I think he's more of a supervisor more than anything.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I know that, like, a bunch of the other games have, like, their own separate composers.
Right.
But hey, there's some pretty strong ones.
Especially recently, like, they've definitely shown their craft with the Galaxy games and 3D World especially. Like, Mario just works the absolute best with Symphony or Big Band.
Oh,
that's
Big Band
fair.
especially. In fact, honestly, if not for 3D World, then at the very least for Bowser's Fury, I'm convinced that they probably brought on board at least one or two musicians from the newer Paper Mario games, because a lot of the tracks in Bowser's Fury actually wouldn't feel out of place in, like, Origami King.
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I'll still say, like, as far as like Mario soundtracks are concerned, Origami King and to some degree Color Splash are easily some of the best in the entire series.
Oh, they're great.
The hell was that?
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am doing things a little out of order, but that's because I know I can get this one done pretty quickly if I know what I'm doing.
Best of luck.
Yeah, this one used to absolutely... It totally pained my ass for the longest time, because it's so finicky how you're supposed to reach this particular star.
There's a bit of an arc you have to take. Nice.
Not only that, you have to time your jump just right, mind the tall height,
There you go.
and grab the star.
Yeah.
I've had at least a few cases where I literally took damage upon the landing.
Perfect. Just
Now then.
perfect. Back in we go. What do we got next? Now we got...
Back in we go! Because, yeah, now we gotta go get the red coins that float atop the ship. There's only 3 of them, though, so the rest of them are literally all across this here wharf. But as always, I'll use this as an opportunity to grab the other coins as well.
Alrighty. There's a lot
This
that
one
can
could be a little stingy, too, but thankfully, if I know what I'm doing, again, it shouldn't take too long.
Alright, so, Douglas.
Douglas, have you seen my grill anywhere?
No, but in all seriousness, because I don't know if you've been with us in, like, a lot of Mario... Oh!
Yeah,
In, like, lot of Mario-centric videos before, what would you say are some of your favorite games in the series? Like, whether they be the platformers, or the sports, or the RPGs, or anything Mario?
Yay.
That's a tough one to pick. Consider it being favorites, but I can't say my first Mario game technically was New Super Mario Bros. Actually for the DS.
Oh?
Really?
Yeah, that was my introduction to Mario. Couldn't beat it because
I mean,
funny
nice.
enough, I played on my uncle's copy, and
Mhm.
the first world, I didn't make a new save file. He just said, "Play Mario, not Sonic. Just play
Oh,
Mario."
no.
And the first world I literally played on was the final world, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, Bowser in the
Oh.
Sky. Oh, wow. Masterclass immediately.
You know
I know
what?
that feeling.
Now that I think about it, that might also explain your affinity for Dry Bones, considering Dry Bowser in that game.
Oh,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Dry Bones is my son.
I forgot about that. What was it? I also...
He's my undead child, and no one will ever shatter his bones ever again as long as I'm around.
Exactly, he's right here with
I
me.
was-
I have a plushie of him.
Oh.
Yeehaw.
I also remember really liking in Mario 64 DS, which I think we shall. I also I liked the new original levels and things that they would add to the mix.
Oh yeah, no, the bonus stuff was pretty good.
Yeah, that's something I'll definitely give Mario 64 DS cred. Like, it tries to be more than just a straight-up port of the original game, and I do like that.
I will still say, though, if there's one thing I do think that makes that game age a little worse than Mario 64 original, is mostly its
Controls?
lack of character. Controls is one thing. Although it's not too bad, it is, you know, analog control could go a long way in a 3D platform. But what was I going to say? There's the control to some degree, and the lack of character balance.
Okay, yeah, that's also true, because you're better off playing as just Luigi in that game.
Luigi, Mario, if you absolutely need need to wall jump. And obviously Yoshi, who could transform the other 3 characters on a whim.
Right.
Yeah, otherwise, prioritization, the whole hat system kind of defeats the purpose of that character select room.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, unless you absolutely want to actually hear the other Mario characters actually speak their own voices as opposed to literally have Yoshi mimic them to a T.
Mm-hmm.
He's weird like that. But but he's just, yeah, no, otherwise it's like, I also do think while it was a very ambitious prospect to literally remake Mario 64 on a portable console, because that was right when that whole big jump started to happen, where portable games didn't have to just be, like, typical sprite-based affairs, like, they could go full 3D like Mario 64 could, so I guess it makes sense in that regard. But it's also a problem where the DS absolutely needed an analog stick for games like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it that way.
Because it would have, because otherwise I would say Mario 64 should have been remade during the 3DS era, where other games like Ocarina of Time and Star Fox 64 got the remake treatment and fared so much better.
Agreed.
That's true. Although I guess the one thing that I'm kind of curious about is that because that whole, like, the DS, I kind of lump it with that same era of Mario, where it's like the GB and GameCube, where they definitely had, like, some of the wackier concepts for Mario, with, like, a lot of the original enemies and whatnot. Do you think they still would have retained that same level of, like, weirdness if they did make it on the 3DS?
I am very hard pressed to say on that, because that was after Mario Brothers, the new Super Mario Brothers Wii, where Nintendo was definitely starting to follow a pattern with the mainline Mario games.
Right.
So it probably would it would be a little less likely we would see the likes of Wario actually helping out the Mario Brothers and Yoshi.
Well, I'm not even talking about just Wario. I'm talking about, like, some of the bosses that they added into it as well, like bringing back King Koopa from Paper Mario.
Yeah.
That's another good point. I keep forgetting that technically they brought a Paper Mario boss back for the mainline Mario games and not just for the sake of that whole RPG.
Which, yes, again, it is our prerogative and
Intention.
Thank you. It is still our intention to do the Paper Mario games. We just need a few more people.
And Matt.
And me not to be sick.
Right, that too.
These are very, very. Wait a minute.
Actually, I'm trying to remember. Like, I thought it was Gems that was going to record Paper Mario.
Well, yeah.
I was.
He was.
But it's like, obviously we need co-coms to do all the voicing, because, it's
Okay,
an
that's
RPG.
fair.
Yes. What he said. Come on. There you go.
Sorry, just the way you phrased that made it sound like that you were the one recording it.
We're gonna need something new, something old, and me.
But we also need something blue.
And borrow. That. Oh.
Yeah, we're borrowing you from someone else.
That's not true. Also, okay,
it's not true. It's Logan.
I just like a solid like breeze hits me and I just fade to dust.
Wait, what?
So you're like Ash the first time you actually won a Pokemon Championship.
The curse had been lifted.
You're not Thanos?
And...
Nah, I can't be Thanos. But on that note, I am now.
Yeah, you're not purple enough.
But on that note, I know I was blue. But no, again, on that note, I am still like. I'm still in the mood, like, free falling. It is still my. Oh. Man.
Nice!
Oh, that was close.
That saved me a few precious seconds.
Nice. But yeah, it's still my. I think we. How to put this? I still want to watch something later because I know there is the Popeye. Movie
that's
that
right.
came out.
Technically, we've already reached our quota to reach the next major area Bowser's residing in.
What if we just did that? What if we just beat every single Bowser? No, we're not doing that.
Do you want me to do that?
I don't think so. I think we should hold on to that until we finish off.
I'm trying to think, like how much do we have left of this floor before we start clearing out the next one?
All we have left is this level here.
Actually, oh wait, would you consider the backyard to be part of this, or the basement area?
Not so much. No, that's all the second tier levels.
Okay, then yeah, we have just this level left. So,
well, we're gonna go help a little lost penguin take it back to its mama, and try not to resist every urge to toss him off a cliff.
No promises.
That's still something that, like, granted, this is just more of a personal thing because I'm not a monster. I never really saw the appeal of tossing the poor thing off the cliff.
It's just the fact that you can do it after you've gotten the star. It's like, now we have the star and the money.
Oh, want to see a fun little detail I learned?
What's that?
When you dive, the penguin dives too.
Oh.
Now then.
That makes me at least 20% more morally conflicted about tossing it off the cliff. Not 100%, but I mean, like, there's progress. Also, I hate this bridge.
I am so fucking... I just realized something I could probably do.
Whoa.
But I'm not sure if I want to attempt it or not.
Jumping off.
This, well, you know what? I could do that too.
Yeah, you could jump, but I think you can make that.
You know what? Fine, I'll jump. Hello! Ow!
Oh.
Oof. Who are you?
Ow!
You just fell in.
What are you doing with my baby?
Nah,
Again.
it's all good.
My
We found
baby.
your baby.
How can I ever thank you, mysterious stranger? Oh, I do have the star. Here, take it with my eternal gratitude.
What are you doing with my baby?
No, I forget. Was it in the DS version that they actually tried to give it like a beauty mark to match its mama, so you wouldn't be as like, because these
I
babies
don't
look
know.
identical otherwise.
I don't know, actually. I don't think it does. There's also this other baby here who that's stuck up there, but when you take it to the mama, it's like, well, that's not my baby.
It's a red herring.
Yeah, the game ain't gonna let you cheat that easily. But you know what? It has nowhere else to go to, so well, why not? Let the two friends play.
Fine.
I hate morality.
How else are birds to learn how to fly if we do not drop them from
But
very
penguins
high
can't
spot?
fly.
Well, that's
not
because
what
no.
Mario Odyssey. That's not what Mario Odyssey taught me. Penguins can fly in that game.
Well, those penguins are freaks.
I was gonna say hype.
We
that's
lied
the
to
big-
you.
Oh yeah, speaking of freak penguins, but no hype. That's the
We're
problem.
about
is
to
that
meet the Papa.
when you
I
look
think.
when you look at Antarctica, there are not that many cliffs. It's a very flat, icy land. They've just never been dropped off of something high enough to learn how to fly.
Hey, Mario buddy, how's it going? Step right up. You look like a fast sled kind of guy.
Hey there.
I know speed when I see it. Yes, sirree. I'm the world champion sledder, you know? What do you say? How about a race? Ready?
Sounds good.
Can I get a second opinion? Go! Okay.
And don't use the shortcut, or else I'll smack you across the face.
Fun fact: if you get 120 power stars and go and return to this particular mission, Papa Penguin here's seen hard times and kind of did a little bit of eating in his off time and got a whole lot wider.
And I don't.
But he gets a lot faster as well to compensate.
And I don't understand why. That this is the one mission that actually like gets altered. Also, as James is showing off, be very mindful. He has very strong rubber banding.
Yes, he does.
But
Oh,
Ow!
Ouch!
get out of the way,
Oh.
Taco Bell. Hey there.
Oh, my aching. Oh, you broke my record.
You broke my beak. Like what if it was just like flattened?
Ah, man.
I can't award you a world gold medal, but I have this instead. Here.
Yay.
here, take this star.
Like cops. Oh no. Mars. Ew. I don't want that.
You know what? I don't think we need all the stars to beat Bowser.
And done.
All
And I'll
right.
say we're already doing pretty like solid so far. We're already a quarter of the way done with the game.
And guess what? We're heading on back to the slide because now it's time to get some red coins, which also means let's go ahead and grab the 100 coin star as well.
Sounds good.
Because believe it or not, most of those coins you can't be found on the slide.
Oh.
Oh, hey, you're back, you freaking cheater.
Well, here's easy
I
part.
didn't cheat.
I say don't talk to him.
I'm here on business. Thank you.
Goodbye.
You serious?
Yes, we're not gonna talk. We're not gonna deal with him because there's a lot of bonus coins to be obtained.
Oh, that's right. I can't jump while sliding like that. Oh, well.
There you go.
I expected to
I don't
get
need
those.
all those coins.
I don't need all those coins.
Don't go into the secret. They just got lives in there.
Oh yeah, if you do use the secret during the penguin race, he'll call you out for being a cheater.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I was saying earlier about the don't use the shortcut or I'll smack you.
No stars for you if you do that. Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Bet y'all thought I was gonna fall.
And
And just like that, we're already a good 70% of the way there.
nice. So we just gotta find. Don't
No, thank you.
Easy schmuck bait.
toast.
Actually, while I am here, though... Well, first things first, I know there's some red coins over here I can find. Oh yeah, by the way, Mama lost her baby again.
Ah. God damn.
I swear I took my eyes off him for a second while getting my flippers manicured.
This is what you get for sleeping 24/7, Mama.
Jesus.
My baby.
Again.
Jakes.
Easy does it.
Anyway, while we're also here, I'll also take this time to save myself a little extra time later.
Okay. Easy does it.
Hey there, buddy.
Ooh.
What you doing up here on this floating island?
Oh, I was waiting for an angel like you to come on by.
This island has suddenly become very small. Too small.
You know, that's what the last person that came up here said. And then they just went off in a hurry.
Yeah. Talk to you later, Huckleberry.
Oh, come on now.
I gotta talk to that wind god about having that gust right there for everyone's convenience of evading my advances.
I tell you, it really ruins all the tea times I want to plan.
The voice that you reminded me of is the gay guy from Family Guy.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh no.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I like that guy. He's fun.
He's really funny.
And also, I'll have to say that is what you said earlier, Logan. That's a bit of a crass assumption. That's not my that was not my Huckleberry.
This is my Huckleberry.
That was James talking about the Huckleberry.
Oh, my bad.
But I was the one talking about how that guy had to talk to the wind god about stopping everybody's advances.
You know, Yogi, we really should try to consult that wind god to see if he can stop blowing people away. It's ruining the tourism.
I don't know, Huckleberry. I mean, it's either that or we'll suffer another heat wave for the next year.
Well, I guess in times like this, it's in emergency times like this that I have to call upon an old friend of mine. What was his name? Satan? Yeah. All right, we just gotta go try to see if we can. I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going with this.
I'm calling on Satan now.
Just cuts to him in like executioner garb.
Hey, S-Dog, could you do me a solid?
S-Dog.
Oh, jeez.
Stan, do you mind if I call you Stan? Stan, I've been needing some I've been having some help. I've been needing some help around here. I just can't get
you kind of look like a Stanley to me.
Actually, I guess that would be the moment where he'd be like, or I guess that would be the part where Yogi's like, "Hey, Huckleberry, you summoned Satan." It's Satine, actually.
He's very sensitive about that.
I will still say I love the fact that line is in.
What the devil am I doing here?
I will still say I love that is an official line of dialogue in the Disney movies. And thanks, Satan.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I appreciate we're come to a point where people aren't so fucking sensitive for just calling the devil for what he is.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden, random thing, I'm thinking back to the Animaniacs reboot, where it's the second episode that muscle guy appeared. Wacko straight up says,
I thought you were in hell.
That's right, I
yeah.
forgot about that. Because, yeah, no, he got sent straight to hell in his debut episode.
This mission is not one of my favorites. It takes a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But that poor snowman head down below needs a good head on his shoulder. He needs a good body down below, and this guy needs a good head on his shoulders.
Well then, we just gotta lead the way.
Yep, at least he's kind enough to follow our every move. To a degree. Don't get too far, otherwise he'll lose sight of you.
Yep.
Yeah, and it is legitimately possible for him to just go sliding right off this mountain.
Right, so you gotta maintain your speed just enough so that you'll be able to follow you, but also be far away enough so that he won't collide with you.
And
There we go. Perfect! What a great new body! Here, this is a present for you. It's sure to warm you up.
And ta-da!
seriously, get away from me. I think it's making me melt.
Again.
For like the millionth time. I'm gonna meet
Also-
I'm gonna meet Satan. He has two names, Say and then Tun.
Also, every time I see the little faces on the pedestal, I know they're supposed to be cute snowmen, but especially with the weird skull mask thingies and mischief makers, they just look like creepy looking skulls to me.
They look like Shy Guys to me.
Also, wait, what are we up to now? Which one is this one?
So now is where we're going to be going to a rather secluded part of the cool mountain that requires that cannon I asked that Bob-omb buddy to open up.
Oh, yeah, this part.
It's also here where the game makes especially certain that Mario's learned a nifty little maneuver where he can kick upon the walls to gain extra height.
And... Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work in instances like that.
Oh, that was just sudden, just... Hey, I will say though, the fact that we made it 35 stars in without an actual death, here we go. Let's just keep rolling right into it.
Yeah. No more Mamma Mia. I hope.
There is also another way I think down where you jump from above, but it's like right in the alcove, so it's a very tight jump. Easy does it.
Don't mind the mama, she's still missing her baby.
Again.
You're welcome for that cannon, by the way, big stuff.
Don't mention it. Whatever you are.
Don't be sure to ride, yeah. Like as you're flying through the air, be sure to ride.
I see you at Arby's.
Also, it's one of those things where I'm trying to God, all the jokes of Family Guy are so weird. But I just was thinking that like, I need to remember some of the old like Oreo. I need to remember some of the things that the gay man had said. Things like, only a couple of the Oreo thins are gone. I'll just take them home for my cats or something like that. But it's like, there's that line, but the other line. But when I think of like those kind of voices, for some reason, the first I think of is the greased up deaf guy.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, yeah, the greased up deaf guy. I forgot about him.
It's like, don't try to catch me. You're wasting your time.
Trying to catch me, you're wasting
He
your
just
time.
runs into the woods.
Whoa!
He just runs into the woods.
I'm gonna become a wild
Never to be
animal.
seen again. And there we go. Oh my gosh, on that weird note, sorry. That's it.
Yeah.
That's every one of the stars in the first floor.
Yep, the first tier is more or less complete. So now, I think getting 36 stars all in one take, I do believe we are due for a slight vacation.
I think
So,
so. Cool.
We'll see you all next time as we head on down to the bottom floors. Or at the very least the middle of it, because there is another detour along the way. So, till next time, everybody.
Oh, we're gonna air Princess Peach's dirty laundry.
What they said.